Hi guys, so we're back again with another GameMaker tutorial. We're trying to do a very simplified fighting game. And today we're gonna be doing the collision detection for the hits, so punches and kicks, to make sure that we have a collision and we react to those punches and kicks. So first thing we're going to do is create a sprite, and we're going to do SPR Terry standing hit. Okay, and we are going to edit image, import strip image, this one. So we're gonna have to find the hits. There we go. So, I think it's got to be, let's make it bigger, but I think it's around this part here, right? Yeah, something like this. These four seem to be the most important ones. So there's 4, and yeah, I mean, we could do these like falling to the floor and stuff like that, but I don't think it's worth it. What I'm not sure is why we can. There's nothing like that on the. This falling. Oh, look, this one looks very good. And there we have the hit for the crouch position. And I think these 3 look, or these 4 could look like a good 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's see. So this one should be the first one, this one should be the second one, and this one should be the third one, right? So yeah, I think we can deal with this. Let's clean, and let's see. This is the standing one. One. 2. 3. And 4. Okay, so let's move them. So be a little bit more to the Yeah, this is good. This is good. So this one. Yeah. Okay, maybe we cannot go any more to the left than that, so we're gonna have to move everything to the right. So we're gonna have to move to the left. So this one is okay, and this one must be a bit to the right. Yeah. This one needs to go a little bit up. Yeah, I think it's okay. And we're gonna return with this one. Yeah. So return quickly. Yeah, this is gonna be our standing hit. And we are gonna be creating another sprite, SPR Terry, crouched hit. Again, image, import the strip image. And we are going to be using this here. So probably around one, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So I mean, yeah, I think we need 6. We're gonna make it less height. And 30, probably less of these two. Or maybe not. Okay, let's see. So this is definitely not working unless we reduce. So yeah, this would be okay, but this one is not. So something like this. I think yeah, let's see. I think this is okay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to set the by the way, I forgot to say here the origin. It should be around here. We should see it later, but yeah. So let's edit the image. I think we have them all. Yeah, looks like we have them all. Let's clean them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think we're done. So okay, so this is clearly the first one, second, third. Okay, let's see. So we could even use some of this for recovery, something like this. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Another option would be like this, and then it would be probably we need to do another one here or something like this. Yeah, so yeah, this looks good. Now we have to make sure that all of them are in the same position. So the one that is going to define it is this one, because this is the one that is more tight. So let's put him here. Yeah, then the knee is almost in the same position, but not exactly, not quite. Yeah, I think this is okay. This knee could go a little bit there. Yeah. This one has to go a little bit up. So okay, so this, yeah, this one again. I have to go to the left, definitely. This is moving a lot to the left. And this is also moving a lot to the left. Yeah, I think that looks cool. Yeah. So here we go. We have now the crouched hit animation. Great. So yeah, now we have to put it in the right spot. Something around here. Yep. Good. So now we have these two. We have to create the states. In OBJTerry, we add two new states. So it's gonna be case 10 break generic start SPR Terry standing hit 0 0. We'll move case 11 generic start SPR Terry crouched hit 0 0. Right. So this is basically when we started. So the state 10 is the standing hit. State 11 is crouched hit. Case 10. We can update and anim, and we go back to the idle state. Case 11. Update and anim, and goes to the crouched hit, to the crouched idle state. So when are we gonna, so if we just hit this, nothing is going to change because there's nothing telling us when we have to play the hit button. Okay, so let's do something. So we're gonna add a a function that we're gonna call hit player, where argument 0 is gonna be the other player. So the other is going to be if other dot state is different from state 10 and other dot, so no, argument 0 and argument 0 dot state is different from 11. If the other player is already in a hit state, then we do nothing. Tell the player to start a hit animation. So basically we are gonna add a, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a we're gonna add another input, because honestly we could change here the state or whatever, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. So obj is gonna have another input, hit, which is going to be again a boolean. It's going to be false by default. In this hit player, we set all the argument 0 hit equals true, and then each state knows what to do when they're there. So the update and anim, we for instance can add a create a streak, update hit reaction. Basically let's change the state to the appropriate hit state if the hit input is set to true. If hit, then next state is gonna be argument 0. Basically it's as simple as that. But this is gonna make it easy for us to here. So basically in the idle update hit reaction, and it's gonna be 10, because that's basically the standing reaction. So same here, move back, punch and kick. In the crouch, we're gonna, if we're crouching, we're gonna go to the 11, but if we're getting up, we're gonna go to 10. And here we are going again to 11, 11 and 11. Yeah. And this one don't have update hit, because yeah, if they're being hit, we set hit to false. You could even set hit to false every time, because yeah, if we've been hit, yeah, we can set the hit to false now, because we've consumed it, and we can reset it to the default state. So good. We have the checks to change the state, and that looks good. But it's not, we're not even changing the state. So we're gonna do we're gonna do, well, the same way we're doing a hit reaction, which is good. Now the first, let's okay. Problem is, well, let's do something. Just for the sake of it, punch. There is the other player, right? So we're gonna do hit player, other player, okay, and with a kick too. Okay, now this is just a test to check if it's working properly. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we hit, yeah, and yeah, well, we cannot check the crouch the state, but well, we'll assume it works. But we could check the crouch state. We could just do something like, yeah, this is a hack, and we just do crouch is true, and now, yeah, good, very good. So we can get rid of these, and we can add it to do add the AI code. So let's go on with this. After the break, because of the technical difficulties, let's go on. So we've done the code to execute a hit and so on, which is good, but it's not being done properly. So basically, every time you punch or kick, you're gonna be hitting the other player, which is not what we want. We want to check a hit with some sort of collisions. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be redoing the collision mask for all the states that we have. So we are gonna be doing a manual one, and we're gonna be doing something a lot smaller here. So let's put a the size here, something like this here, yeah, and smaller like this. One for this one, that's okay. This one, same thing, not automatic, manual. Well, something quite small, something like this. Move it back, same thing, something manual. Yeah, that looks good. Then a little bit lower. Okay, punch, manual, something like this. Yeah. In the idle, how well does it play? Yeah. And then move forward. Yeah, very good. Whereas looks good too. Punch, kick. In the kick, we're also gonna use a manual, something like this. One side and something like this on the other side, basically. And that's total, yeah. I think that's okay. Crouch. So for the crouch state, we are gonna add a manual. I'm gonna have a smaller one. We're gonna use even something like middle one, yeah, like this position, yeah. And for the get up, the same one. Actually, we can 30, 126, 46. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now, crouch idle, we want a manual one, and we're going to make it something like this. And for crouch punch, something similar. And a little bit more to there we go. Yeah, and crouch kick, same thing. We're gonna. This is only setting the collision mask for when the player, for the part where the player can be hit. Okay, this is not setting the collision mask for where it does hit, but for where the player can be hit. Okay. And for these two, we're gonna use a very small one because we don't really want him to be hit while in this state usually. And okay. Yeah. Good. So looks good. So we have defined already all the collision masks for all the states that we have. Save project, and let's go and now create the collision masks for the hits. So let's start with a punch. Okay, we're gonna duplicate. We're gonna punch hit mask. We're gonna call it punch hit mask. We use the same, but the collision mask is gonna be manual, and we are gonna set it to where it hits with a punch. Yeah, let's be generous, and let's be generous here, and that's about it. Right, this is the hit of the punch, like this. Okay, this is the hit, and let's do the same thing with a kick. Duplicate, hit mask. The thing with this one is that we only want it to be like maybe two of these sprites, because the other three is just the preparation, so remove them. So basically that's it. And the hit and the kick is probably gonna have the same. So remove these and remove these. Well, let's remove these two, and I don't know about this one. Anyway, we'll see. Definitely we want it to hit in this one. Possibly remove that one too. Yeah. So we have two again. Yep. Let's make it even bigger. Okay. So we are going to do the same for the crouch punch. Duplicate, hit mask. We don't want these, and we don't want these two either, so we only need these two, and the collision mask is gonna be is same thing with this one. Hit mask, and let's get these two and remove this one, and these two. So basically we're gonna have some hit mask like this. Okay, so there we go. We have the hit masks, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna create dummy objects that we will use when kicking or punching. Create object, obj dummy hit, and we're gonna be this is gonna be the parent of all of them. And one of the things that we do is it's not visible because we don't want to see this, and we're gonna be doing something which is animation end instance destroy. We want to destroy ourselves when the animation finishes, and we are gonna have a variable definition which is gonna be our player, which is gonna be a resource. Yeah, it's basically gonna be an instance, the instance of the player that we're hitting, and we're gonna do collision with obj Terry, and if other is different from our player, then we can hit the other player, and destroy ourselves. Okay, this is dummy hit. That's good. Now let's create let's create a group called hit objects. Yeah, and we're gonna add a create object obj standing punch hit, which is gonna be it's gonna inherit from obj dummy hit. It's not gonna be visible, and we're gonna have the punch hit mask. We're gonna duplicate the standing kick hit, and we're gonna use, if this is the punch, this is the kick. Let's do only, well, let's do all of them because it's not like a lot of work. Let's duplicate. Now we want the crouched kick, and the crouched kick is gonna be this one, and let's duplicate this one and do the crouched punch, which is gonna be this one. As for to have them, yeah, that's right now standing crouched. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna be so in Terry, when we are doing this, we need to do some extra stuff when we are punching or kicking. So we're gonna create a script called update punch, and the update punch is gonna be basically what we have here. It's gonna be like this, normal update, and check if we have to create the hit mask. So in our case, the hit mask of the punch starts in the fourth, so 0, 1, 2, 3. In number 3, when we are in image number 3, we create the the same the heat mask, the heat object. So an update once if image index is 3 or it's 2, actually let's create it in 2. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3, if we should create it before or after. Let's create it in 3 anyway, and create the heat object. So instance create def x y def, and the obj is going to be obj standing punch hit. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to duplicate this, and we're going to do the same for the kick. And later we'll do the same for the crouch, punch, and kick. So, but in the kick, it is 1, 2, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So it's the same thing, exactly the same thing, but we are creating the standing kick hit. Okay. Well, we should make sure that it's scaled the same way we are. So new hit obj is this one. New hit obj at image x scale is gonna be image x scale. So we need to do the same thing with the punch. Good. Let's see what happens. So, oops. Oh, that's right. I forgot. We didn't set ourselves. New hit obj that our player is self. And same thing here. But when we get close, yeah, not this one, but yeah, this one. We well, there is something wrong with that, which is weird. Let's do something. And the kick hit mask, okay? So we are assuming that the manual, this is all right. Let's do something. Let's draw rectangle with color that is not so. Can I do alpha here? Doesn't look like we can. Maybe we can do this. Something like this. We can fill it with, I don't know, orange. Doesn't look like I can do alpha. That's all right. Okay. So if we now set the kick, sorry, the update kick, not the obj kick, to be visible, we should see when we kick, which we are not doing. It's weird. Oh, I know why it's happening. So let's undo what we just did. Okay, and yeah, this is going to be visible, but the problem is we're never calling update kick, right? So let's see what happens now. Yeah, and it's not showing anything because yeah, good. But with this, no, because we haven't still done it. Cool. So let's just first let's make it invisible again, and secondly, let's create the crouch, punch, and hit. Basically, we just copy whatever we're doing in the crouch state, punch. So crouch punch is going to be these. And here we have the OBG crouched punch hit, and the thing is, when does this happen? Crouch punch is in a, again, third one, 0, 1, 2, and the third one. Good. And how about the kick one? This happens again in the third one? No, in the second one. So we're gonna do a duplicate of this one. I do a kick. And we are going to put in the second one, and this is going to be a kick. And if I make a mistake, now we can put them here. So crouch punch and crouch kick. Update crouch kick. And we should be good to go. So good. Great. Let's see what happens if we force the again to be crouched. I'm not sure if the punch is gonna hit it. That hits, but this one doesn't, which is cool. Obviously, we can now reduce the health of the player and so on, but it's not something I'm going to be doing right now. And I think we're going to wrap it up. Wrap it this video for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a bit longer, and I'm sorry for the technical problems. If you liked it, please hit the like button, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.